Hey everyone, Jeff from ArizonaHotHomestead. Let's talk about some rain catchment. In this video, let's do that. Thanks everyone for tuning in. My name is Jeff from ArizonaHotHomestead. Today, I got some rain catchment done. So let's take a look at what I've got here. We'll kind of start from the beginning, just kind of flow the overflow. Then I'll do some other videos afterwards, kind of go in a little bit more detail on some of it, all right? So let's take a look at what I got. So here's my gutter. Now I will say this, when I got the gutter, I had originally purchased these things for another gutter on another project. I went back to both Home Depot and Lowe's, and they don't have this one anymore. They have these. And I don't like these. Don't like them at all. It just, I don't know. I like these so much better. I don't understand why they went to these, but I don't like these at all. So I bought them and I put them in. Then I had some left over, so I put, where was it? I put a couple of them in where it was supposed to go, like right there. There's one. You can kind of see it on the bottom half of it. And then I got another one down there, another one on the very end. Yeah, don't like these. So here's what I did. This is all aluminum. And I riveted this in. So I had to rivet these pieces together. Then I used some caulking just to help seal it all up so it wouldn't leak. Now granted, caulking kind of creates a little bit of a dam and water catches up in there, but you know, as long as it doesn't leak, I don't care. I don't have a filter on this one. I need to do so, but I'm not real concerned because the only thing I'm going to get on my roof really is bird poop and dust, because there's no trees. So unless the wind happens, and it's pretty windy today, unless the wind happens to blow something on here, you know, I shouldn't have a problem. Now over here on my VersaTube, what I did on my VersaTube was I cut back the roofing because it stuck out like 10 inches. So I cut it back to about 1.5 inches or so. And then I drilled a hole through the VersaTube, and then using this style here, instead of doing a screw like this, I actually put a bolt through there, put a 1/4 inch bolt through there. And then I hung it out a little bit longer so that as it flowed, it would just flow onto this roofing. And when I did so, I made sure that, where is it, Wendy? That on the roofing, I have the panels overlapping this way. Now I didn't want this to hit and go underneath any panels, so I made sure that any droppage was hitting in the middle of a panel, and I didn't have anything because my lip is, where is it? So it's right there where that screw is. So where that one is and where this drops, I should be okay. So now let me turn my body around so we can look at the rest of it. So in this guy here, I just basically cut that out and then I caulked it, but there shouldn't be too much water right there on that edge because that's at a peak. And then I, whoops, ran it down there, put it into a funnel, and kind of went from there. What I also had to do was I had to actually rent a ladder because I couldn't get that far up, because that was like 14 to 16 foot ladders. So what I did was I also cut a piece of PVC and I put it inside this. I glue it, and then I also put a screw on it to just kind of help hold it in place. Where's the screw at? Like right there. So as the water goes down, it's going to hit this and stay inside. Those straps are just to strap it onto the VersaTube just to help hold it. And that's just a flex tube there. I kind of like those flex tubes in some places because it allows me then to put it in this gutter, which this gutter is on the side. I know some of you are thinking you don't need a gutter on the side, but I actually get some rain that hits this and falls down, so I'll figure I'll catch as much as I can. So I've got it going into here, and I've cut a part of it out so that it would stay in there, and then obviously another one flowing into here. I've got a filter here, and then this one happens to go into a first flush here. This is a 4-inch pipe, so we got 2-inch going into a 4-inch, and then as this fills up, there's a bottle in here, a plastic bottle that will plug it, and then the rest of the water goes in here and down in this guy here. This other one goes actually back over this way. So I went with PVC just because the PVC to me was easy to work with. It's heavier than the aluminum stuff, but to me I could make angles better. I put a screw in there to help hold it in place. I glued some of these here together. I've got a hanger right here that helps hold it in place. Another one there. And then this thing here just goes all the way over there. And then it goes into this guy here. So basically I've done kind of the same thing. I've got a right angle there going into this. And the reason why I use this is so I could take this out and clean out that filter. Comes in. This T is done so that we'll fill this one first, then it'll fill this one next, and then it'll fill that one next. So these two tanks will get filled first. Then these two here will get filled afterwards. If the flow just happens to be greater than this 2-inch pipe here can handle, because this is 3, then it will continue on down to that one and then this one down there. I do have this manifold here that once these two get filled up to here, then it will drain down to here and fill up those. Plus during warmer weather, I can open up these and use this manifold down here the same way. During the winter, I don't want water in here because there's not enough volume in there to keep it from freezing. I had to put that because when I cut these, I cut it a little short, so I had to add a coupler basically, and that was an easy one. I put in an air valve here just to help things flow, and so you don't create vacuum. Plus also if things were to help freeze, because it does get in negative temperatures during the winter, then at least it helps with the whole pressure thing when things freeze, because ice expands and that's why it breaks pipes and things. But it also goes in the path of least resistance. So the thought process is it will help expand inside the tank if there's water in there, and the air will flush out there, the air will flush out these vents here. Plus these are treatment vents. I can treat them. So, but that's the overview of my water catchment. I'll go in more detail with each video. I got some clean out holes, some clean out T's right there. And then when these guys are full, I can hit that valve there and I can empty it out in that tree. And I can also empty this out here if I need to. Plus I've got that valve there. I can fill up buckets or a hose or whatever. So, oh, let me go show you the other side. So the other side, when this thing fills up with water, I gotta have a place for it to go in case it gets too full. That's what this is. This is my overflow. Now I've set up this overflow so that this is actually slightly higher than some of this. The idea of that is to put as much water in these tanks as possible. So some of the water will flow through here, down into that tank there. I've got each one of them doing basically the exact same thing. They go down into this, and then these pipes here just go out to there. I'm going to extend these pipes into that tree, but they go right there. And I haven't secured these yet, but I'm going to put little basket type of stuff on the ends, just so that critters don't get up inside there. So there you got it. My rain catchment system in place. About 1,000 square foot roof, 1 inch of rain, give me 600 gallons or so. In fact, these have already filled up once and I've overflowed. And so I got 1,200 gallons. I put that into my main tank. That video's coming. And I've even treated the water. That video's coming. I even had it tested so you can see what the rainwater is really like here. So thanks for tuning in. Jeff, Arizona Hat Homestead. See ya. Bye. Have fun.